Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video we are going to be talking about some really exciting Doctor Who leaks that have originated from the internet. And apparently there has been a leak regarding another co-distribution streaming deal, which seems to indicate that Paramount are currently in the running to co-distribute Doctor Who for its future, but there's been some plans that have changed that seem to lean towards the fact that the deal might not happen, or that the deal will be slightly different to the Disney deal. So apparently, and this is coming from Radio Free Scaro, who seem to have some insider knowledge, they've been right about quite a few things in the past when it comes to the production of Doctor Who, especially recently with The War Between Land and Sea airing earlier compared to its original release date, or its second release date, which was 2026. And it's been moved up, but it's still airing in 2026 for Disney. So, yeah, getting back onto the topic at hand. So, apparently, Paramount and the BBC are in talks to get Doctor Who back in production for a brand new season where it will be co-distributed by Paramount, which is very exciting to hear, but there's a caveat that's kind of sent it into limbo, because basically Paramount want Doctor Who's back catalogue as well. So they want the Whoniverse, they want all of the previous seasons alongside Classic Who and the spin-offs. They want that back catalogue on their streaming service. They want all of that on Paramount Plus. But the BBC seem to not want to play ball, where they, because obviously, the BBC, all of that back catalogue, for the most part anyway, is on BBC iPlayer. That's kind of a major incentive to get people using BBC iPlayer, because it's not just with Doctor Who, but with a lot of their shows as well, such as EastEnders. A lot of the older episodes are available for people to watch who have a TV licence. And that's kind of like the incentive to use iPlayer. And especially with Doctor Who, there's over 60 years worth of content on there. Loads of mini-sodes, Doctor Who Confidential, Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures Class, soon The War Between Land and Sea as well. All of that is on there. But apparently Paramount want that on their service as well, or maybe instead of BBC iPlayer. That part's not clear, but the BBC want that exclusively in the UK. But yeah, it seems to be that that's the caveat, and that could also potentially mean that Paramount want a little bit more creative control as well when it comes to the show. I've also heard that floating around. So potentially the BBC might not go through with that deal. There's also rumours as well that Paramount are currently struggling as well when it comes to like financial stuff. So there is that, and it might not be a good decision for the BBC to get involved with them, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But it's currently just a rumour, and I imagine we won't hear anything for the rest of this year. So for the next month and a bit, we won't hear anything about any co-distribution deals. Maybe might hear something on Doctor Who Day, but I doubt it. I think if anything, we will hear stuff about the Christmas special, and then post that, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But it is a really interesting rumour. And it does seem to indicate that the BBC are looking to get someone else involved to help cover the production costs and to make Doctor Who look a little bit flashy. But I think the main priority should be getting the show out on a regular basis and just giving us good stories, because that's what fans want. They don't want flashy visuals. They don't want major Star Wars or Marvel-esque visuals. We just want a good show. Because even when the show was being produced solely in-house in the BBC, for example, Doctor Who Flux, that was produced in a pandemic as well, it looked absolutely fantastic. And arguably, kind of looked a lot better than Disney Who, to be fair. But that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe for more nerdy content. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for all the support as always, and goodbye for now.